Afternoon. We're sitting in Louise Mann's living room here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, January 31st, 2012. This is a visit with the two Barbaras, Barbara Harmony and Barbara Taylor. They are water. They know everything. They've worked tirelessly in this area since the 80s and before. And so I'd like for them to introduce themselves and say a little bit about themselves. Barbara Harmony.
Well, Barbara Taylor started talking about her first interest in water, and my grandmother lived in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and so every summer I would go to the ocean and just loved it. And we swam in a lake that was near my home in West Orange, New Jersey, in a lake that had been a quarry, and also a river, the Ramapo River, which I've been watching flooding on TV this past year.
I'm Barbara Taylor, and my interest in water dates to my childhood too. I grew up in the Berkshires in northwestern Massachusetts, and the town I lived in was very hilly, and every spring there was a flood, and it was usually followed by a drought every summer. And eventually the flooding was controlled somewhat by flood control projects, but I can remember going into public bathrooms when I was a little kid, and there would be stickers on the mirrors that would say, "Don't be a drip, save every drop." And that phrase has stuck in my head all my life. And like Barbara, I grew up around water. The reservoir for our town was formerly called Windsor Lake, but we called it the fish pond. And I skated on it in winter and swam in it in summer. And there were parts where you couldn't skate because it was the water intake structure that never froze over. But you know, that awareness of not being a drip and saving every drop, I think, stuck with me all my life.
Wow. And so eventually, what got you so actively involved in water conservation, Barbara?
Well, the thing that got me actively involved was I was at a baby shower, and some people were talking about a place where there was going to be a sewage treatment plant built in that particular neighborhood. And it was a wildlife area, and it was a park. It eventually became a city park. And it was, well, there were a lot of different problems, but the plant was planned for a floodplain. And we had that was how we were able to stop it. We had newspaper photographs of people rowing down the area where the sewer plant was planned for.